Hello, everyone. Welcome to an all-new episode of My Friend, My Soulmate, My Podcast. It's your host, Christian Gray Snow, and you can guess it already. OG of the OC is busy doing what she does best, which is running the insurance world and running the world of Real Housewives of Orange County. So I got my bestie Kyle here back with me. We've got plenty to talk about. We're going to dive into the world of Beverly Hills today, the most recent episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But first, let's just catch up. What are you doing? How's your week going so far?
It's going good. It's going good. What about you?
Pretty good. I feel like I don't know. I've been like so not productive this week. It's very stressful
Right.
because I can't figure out why I'm not being productive. But I just
Well,
like
it is
I'm having
February, so that's like kind of a dead month. I feel
I
like.
just am having this like weird like lull. Like I'm like, ugh, I just can't get it together. You know what I'm saying? And I can't stand it. And I mean, as as someone who works alongside the queen of working, that I'm not unproductive is not the
Right.
way to be. You
Oh my
know.
gosh. Well, I love your do your work. Do you work? I think I saw Giselle wearing the blue one on her
Yes. Oh my
podcast.
God. Yes. So, I might have told you, and maybe we even talked about it on the pod. So for Ultimate Girls Trip, I think a lot of the women brought gifts and stuff for each
Hmm.
other. And Vicki, they kicked off in OC, so Vicki was the first stop for all the ladies, and so she did gift bags with them full of Kodo stuff, and then we
Okay.
gave all the ladies full sweatsuits from the Whip It Up shop. We gave them the blue ones that say Whip It Up, and they were supposed to wear them all on camera for their flight from LA to Atlanta, and Vicki showed up at the hotel to film that day, and she was the only one wearing it. But so we were kind of like, okay, what was that about? But I don't know. It was all good because since then, Teresa has reached out saying that she left hers in Orange County and wants another one. And then, yes, you were correct. Giselle recorded an episode of her podcast, Reasonably Shady, with Robin, and she was wearing it. You sent it to me. I like woke up and saw it. I was like, oh my God, that just made me so happy
Right.
because
So obviously, for all those internet trolls that say Giselle and Vicki must have beefed, obviously not. If
yeah.
Giselle of all people, if she's wearing the "Do You Work" on her podcast, then she's
No,
got some love for the
and
OG.
none of these women in any of these cities would wear or rep any merch or any gift given to them from any housewife that they remotely did not like,
Right, for sure.
And honestly, even say that her and Vicky did have beef, even better. That shows they moved on past it, which is, I'm sorry, that's where people,
That's why they were picked to do the show to begin with.
that's why our OGs are our OGs, because they are able to internalize it just enough to internalize it and then keep it moving, because you got to keep it moving,
Speaking of OGs, I'm wearing your
I was
original
just getting ready to say, speaking of Giselle,
OG Housewives Eras
that's a
tour. If you guys can
throwback.
see. I mean, you were pretty
From
dead
the
on with
slut
the
pick shop
OGs
back in
you
the day.
picked.
I remember
You
being
picked,
so stressed about who to pick because this was like 3-4 years ago.
yeah, you picked Karen instead of Giselle.
I did. Oh my
Giselle.
God. I thought that Giselle I put on there.
Who would have thought that Luann would have been the last reigning OG instead of Ramona,
Wow,
who you
look
also
at
picked?
that. And then I have Barlow. Okay, so that's
Yeah, that
that's
was
a good correct.
perfect.
Yeah.
And then Carolyn Stanbury, but only I think that she was the best pick because she was also on Ladies of London. So she's
Yeah.
kind of the OG of the Bravo world.
I am shook that I didn't put Giselle.
I am too. When I purchased this, I really wanted Giselle on
What
there.
year was this? I mean, this was like 3 years ago.
I think so.
Fuck, what was I thinking? I mean, I like you, Karen. I love you, Karen. But
Right.
look, Giselle be pissing me off.
Oh, Giselle
But
pisses me
but
off.
Giselle owns Potomac as far as I'm concerned. I mean, Giselle is the Kyle. Giselle is the Vicky. You know what I'm saying? Like she is. I don't think Potomac can really go with that. They have to have Giselle in some way.
Speaking of Vicki, I saw that she started filming season 20.
She did, yes. So she filmed a little bit in Mexico. Did I see somebody sent a video? Did you send me that video? The tweet somebody got of her and Shannon filming, and Shannon was apparently.
Someone on Twitter filmed Shannon and Vicki talking.
They said
and
Shannon was talking about Tamra.
And you couldn't really hear them, but the Twitter account said that it was Shannon talking to Vicki about how she didn't
Trying
need
to,
to
like,
be
convince
friends with
her, yeah.
Tamra. Oh gosh.
I'm like, it's day one, Shannon. Like, please no. Like,
Someone send that video to Tamra so she can
please
pull it up in the
don't.
first
I'm
group
like,
event. And she
Shannon-
could be like, Shannon, you're already talking
no,
shit.
maybe Tamra does need to say, be like, look, this is not the fucking route we're going down this year. Let's find new drama.
Well, also Tamra can see that it's Shannon saying it to Vicki and not vice versa.
And Vicky just sitting there like,
I know
yes.
the viewers don't know this, but can we just talk about how Vicki almost got stuck in PV?
Oh my God, yes. So she kind of hinted. It's funny because she's kind of hinted on the process of getting her residence like renewed and all that stuff. But see, now, her social media manager, Patrick, he and I were talking the other day and he was like, because I asked him, I said, so when does she come back or whatever? Because she's explained it to me many times, but it was over my head.
Right.
And he was like, I have not a fucking clue what this process is. So he and I were both just like,
Right.
it's not that she hasn't explained it. It's just, it is very confusing. So like, she basically has to go there, hand over her passport, because while they process her renewal as because she has like permanent residence in the country, while you process the renewal, you can't leave. And you don't know necessarily, they could say, okay, you come back tomorrow to pick up your stuff, or they cannot call you for 3 weeks.
Right.
But the thing is like, she knew from the day she got it, it expires in like so many years. So that's the week you have to be there. So yes, that's why she was stressed, because the week did perfectly fall between production for Girls Trip and OC. We'll say that. But production in OC was fully geared to go, and Vicki was bags of packed in PV. But no, they had to give her what's called, I think it's called an exit pass. And she had to like prove that she's working. Like, she had to go to the consulate and everything. Like,
Can we talk about why they delayed it? What they accused her of doing?
Oh my God, I don't even know if she's talked about it. Yeah, but she said that they looked up her name or something, and I guess they saw like TV or something. They thought that she did porn.
Can you imagine the Mexican authorities telling Vicki Gunvalson that she's a porn star? Where's the camera? And her saying, "I've never been a porn star." That echoes to the.
I work and not on my back. That's what she would say. You know, Lori earns all her money on her back. That's what she said.
But she did make it back safe and sound.
She did make it
back. Crisis averted.
So I woke up. Was it Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday, and I texted her. I was like, "How did it go this morning?" Because she had to be there. I mean, early as shit. And she sent me 4 pictures. One of her with like a security guard outside, one with the person working inside. She's, I guess, had made friends, and the paper that they had stamped basically saying like the exit that she could go. So I think it was literally like the last flight, nonstop flight to OC before filming kicked off the next day that she made it. So I was like, this is what I said. Whenever all this has been coming and falling into place in a weird way with, her life and stuff. And I'm like, this is just, everything is so meant to be. Like, for sure. The fact that even the week that in the 4 years that you had to wait to renew that, it fell between the 1 week that you weren't filming for these 2 shows that came out of nowhere.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. I know it sounds cheesy, but I'm like, you're where you're meant to be. But she did make it back.
Fans and Bravo appreciate it. We're ready for her to clock in for the season, and
so she's fully. I mean, they're fully in it. Like, I mean, I think she filmed already twice, 2 or 3 times since she got back, and like, I don't ask questions. Right. I will let her say what she wants to say. Number one, because I know what it's like. Even sometimes, if you're like out and you meet someone at a party, or you're even just if someone only wants to talk about Bravo stuff, like, I'm like, I mean, we can talk about something else every once in a while too. And so I feel like it has to be the same for her in her regard. Like, if someone's always asking, well, how's filming going? And it's work, Right. So I'm like, you can tell me about it if you want to.
And they're super strict. So, I mean, they're really buckling down on like the rules. And
I want nothing to come back on her or me. Right. So. Yeah. And honestly, too, like,
you're like, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't even want you to. If anything ever gets leaked, I don't want you to have to even question.
Like, in regards to being your friend, like, if there's some shit going on, like, you want like someone to talk to, by all means, for the love of God. But as far as like goss and like juice from the show, save that. Number one, it's better for the integrity of the show. And as a viewer, I am all about it. And I've worked in production. It's I don't ever want to scoop somebody's hard work like that. So. And I mean, I think even for the content of mine and her conversations, absolutely. I'm like, let's save it, because you're the one that lived it, and I can come in with the all new fresh excitement versus, we've been sitting on this for 6 months,
right. We're ready for the new season. We're ready for the surprises.
We're ready. I'm ready to see casting news. What the fuck?
They get a new girl. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that it was all cast events that she filmed this week, but her being in Glam, I saw Jen was in Glam.
Shannon was in Glam.
It gave.
Tamara's been in Glam.
See, it gave that there was a all. Yeah. So I don't know. A lot of times the new girls don't come in until a couple episodes later. So we should be finding out soon. But I'm really. I think we need 2 new people. Maybe a full-time and a friend. I don't know. God, that'd be a stacked house, because that'd be a big cast, wouldn't it?
8 oranges and maybe.
It's the same, I guess, because they lost a full-time and a friend, so it's the same replacement. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Beverly Hills.
Let's talk about Beverly Hills. Yeah. So this week, let me tell you, Mauricio is back. Mauricio is the new Cynthia Bailey. There ain't a Bravo show that Mauricio ain't on.
He had his own Netflix show. He was on Potomac. He was on Dancing with the Stars. He was on. He was on something recently. He was at the white party.
Mauricio will be on Traitors next season. Mark my words. He'll be out there and could buy the fucking castle himself with his billionaire ass, and he's gonna be out there competing for money. Mark my words.
How are you, before you start the episode, how are you liking this season? Because I know online everyone is like, it's boring, blah blah blah. But to be honest, for me, this has been my favorite season since the Rena versus Kathy stuff.
Yeah, and I think when we say boring, what does boring, what constitutes boring?
Yeah.
Because if not having legal situations and not having like accusations of and conversations around engaging with like transphobic like content online,
Right.
if that's boring, then sign me the fuck up.
I mean, seeing
Because
Kyle walk to her house was just such like I loved that.
is it bad that I want some fucking mindless TV?
Yep.
And like, I mean,
And
just
see them being rich, seeing Kyle not knowing which black Mercedes to get into.
and
That's their driveway.
and also it speaks to me is that they're not trying too hard. It's just they're really documenting like, and my thing is too is not every city can you have the real actual life connections where the one housewife can sit down with the ex-husband of another one because they used to all be actually good friends. Like that doesn't these other cities they don't even remember these spouses names of their co-stars, because they're colleagues.
Right.
So I think it's Beverly Hills people need to give it some slack because I think they tell more of a story in a natural way, and it might be a little bit of a slower progression.
And
But
all it is great at the end.
there's never been a season that it's not like, damn, like it all comes together. And maybe that's their thing. Maybe they don't have to come out the fucking gate like swinging like crazy. Like slow and steady wins the race, And Erica said one time, she was like, Beverly Hills is a slow burn.
Right.
And I was like, that's actually a really good way to put it. I don't remember what season it was.
I mean,
that
when
she
you
described
rewatch
that.
season 5 and 6, 5 was the Amsterdam season that everyone loves. I mean, the first 6 or 7 episodes of that were slow too. So, when you do rewatches, you actually are like, wait, okay, it's not as chaotic as, Salt Lake City
Yeah.
or, it's just, it's
But it's
I
like
enjoy it.
it provides entertainment in its own way. It's like the glam, number one.
The way that's shot.
Yes, and they're also I think they're funny in their own way.
Right.
Beverly Hills, like they all like Jennifer Tilly, I think is fucking hilarious. Beverly Hills always kills it in the confessional
And
game.
so in this season too, they're back in the green room. So
Yes.
in old seasons, they would film for Beverly Hills in their house. Now they're in the green room, and every new confessional look, they also change the background to another scene in their house.
I love that.
So that's kind of unique too that other cities don't do. So every time there's a new look, it's just a different shot of where they're sitting in their house, allegedly.
I will say too, every time the show opens their title card, it's my favorite one ever.
Oh, I know.
It's my favorite
It's
one.
they're the only franchise that have had a new title intro since the beginning.
And this particular one though, with like the black and gold is Silver Vibe.
Season 15.
And Kyle right there in the dead center, I'm like, oh, every time I see it, it's so good.
It's so good. And the episode starts off with like a flashback of like all of Kyle and Dorit's friendship.
It made me emotional.
I mean, and then it leads into the sit down with Dorit and Mauricio.
Okay.
So I know we're probably going to think different. So what did you think of the sit down?
I thought Mauricio was full of shit. Not full of shit. I think that Mauricio is being a fucking dude. A bro.
Right.
I think that Mauricio is not nearly the wise owl that I thought he once was. I think that. Come on. Like, listen.
But what if everything he's saying to her is true?
I don't care.
Well, but you don't think you should defend your friend if he's friends with Mauricio? If she's making PK look really bad on camera?
But my whole thing is, or is PK making her look bad to him to make himself look better on camera?
I mean, I think at the end of the day, there's always two sides to every story. And obviously, if you're a friend with someone, just like I've been into you about stuff, even though the stuff I've been to you about in my relationships is all factual. I just think, I mean, I was surprised that Mauricio didn't seem more open to hearing her point of view.
Yeah.
But to me, that made me think that he is certain in his stance with PK. And I thought Dorit was very much kind of in shock of how he was acting. And it was almost like she was fumbling a little bit. And the thing is, if it were me, show the phone, show production the screenshots that you're talking about that that he doesn't send you, show the emails that he doesn't send you, show Mauricio who's in front of you who says PK has literally shown me his emails to you and the text messages. Dorit didn't do that, but Dorit did show her text messages that Kyle sent her before the reunion 2 seasons ago that she gave to production. So to me, if it's the truth, why not show it? I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. I think they're going through a divorce and it's nasty. So, they're going to go back and forth. And I mean, watching earlier seasons of PK, I do agree that he probably wanted the spotlight. Like Dorit says in the episode, I do agree with that. I think it was PK that put Dorit on the show to begin with.
Yeah, for sure.
But I also think PK says, Dorit kind of changed a little bit, as they all do when they film. And they're kind of, as seems to me, they're left broke. So obviously she's gonna, be on the defense. And Dorit, if anything, more than anything, loves her kids. That's all
Yeah.
she wants to do. She wants to be with her kids 24/7. So I don't blame her for not wanting to want them to go to PK, even if he's begging for them. Like, I don't, if he's been drinking and there's been issues with that,
Yeah. It's
I
like
don't
she
blame
said
her for
there's the one
thinking,
little bit of control I think she says she has left.
right,
She said she can't control the next thing, but the one thing she can control, I guess, is their kids and
right.
like
But I
trying to
mean,
protect them.
even for her being late to every single event, she blames PK. Every single thing she's like, PK did this. This is why I was like, PK did that. That's why I was like, PK. And so to me, Bubba, but she don't call him that anymore, Bubba. But to me, that it's just, I don't think, and especially Mauricio being in the, he's already getting so much shit from being, a man whore, playing
Yeah.
with all these, young girls. What's the deal with him and Kyle? I just don't see him doing a sit down with her if he didn't know for facts that I know that
I will
PK
agree with
is
that.
reaching out to you and you're just, making him look bad on
Yeah.
camera. And that's why he didn't want to come to the reunion. And the fight between her and Kyle all season is, the one thing it is just Kyle saying, I don't think you should say the things that you're saying about him. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's what Kyle did with Mauricio. We all know that obviously something in Mauricio and Kyle's marriage happened behind the scenes
And
that
she
led
did a
her to what
magnificent
she
job
did.
of respecting their marriage and whatever happened
Right. He
between
owns
them.
a huge business. His daughters work for the business, depending on what it is, allegedly, she never exposed that. And Dorit is, and that is Dorit's choice. And if it's true or not true, she's choosing to say it. And all Kyle is saying is like, I just don't think you should. And that is
Eventually,
what,
you might regret saying those things.
right.
Yeah.
And that's that's what their fight's about all season. It's just her making that one comment.
Do you remember?
And so I think that's just, what it is. So the sit down was interesting and it did not go the way that I thought. I
Me
thought it
either.
was going to go as to a resolution.
I thought
And
they were going to walk out like,
right.
yeah. I don't know. I had like PTSD watching it whenever Mauricio's like, I've seen the text, da 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 da. And it's just like, if you've, and I'm not saying that PK is, but if you've ever dealt with someone that is intended on making you look a certain way,
Sure.
and they get you to an emotional spot where you're left to defend yourself to the point you're sitting down and trying to scroll through your phone, they've already done their job and they've already won, because Mauricio's mind was made up when he went in there. And I just, something in me when I saw that and him saying, well, he showed me this, he showed you this when I wasn't there, and no, you have no fucking idea. How do you even know that was my name? He could have changed the contact and sent that shit to himself. So
we could have had Chat GPT creator on text message.
Maybe you did see what I said. I'm not saying I didn't say anything. Maybe I did say some harsh shit. But do you know exactly what was said before that? Do you know what the phone call was before that? That all this stemmed from? It's not just no one person is correct, but it's just like, to me, I immediately got the vibes that Mauricio went in convinced that whatever Pika had shown him was the truth. And it wasn't until that moment and hearing Dorit talk about it that I was like, I do believe PK has the power to manipulate a situation like that, for sure.
I agree.
So I mean,
and we never know what goes on behind closed doors, and we'll never know the truth with any of these franchises. We see something, but we don't really know what's going on behind the fourth wall. And I just my whole thing is I just tend to side with Kyle always, because she's my favorite. And we have the same name, duh. But also just last season, Dorit's fight with her about just sending PK text message, like 1 or 2 text messages, and to have a whole first mid-season of that be the thing, to me, it's like, I don't know what Dorit truly is mad about or what she's doing, because she knows that she needs this show more than anything. If they don't have a 401k, PK's not paying the mortgage, and it's just crazy. Like, if that house is only in Dorit's name, but then PK's the one that's paying the mortgage, it's just a lot of stuff doesn't make sense. Yeah. And so it just always gives me cause for pause when it comes to, what Dorit pissed off about.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What did you think about the hot girl summer in the Hamptons?
So
luxury.
I'm seriously. Well, I also love when Dorit was like, "I've been here to the Hamptons before." She's like, "Never like this."
I mean, everyone knew Rachel Zoe.
Rachel is that fucking bitch.
And see, I never watched the Rachel Zoe project,
Me either.
so I don't know much about her.
I'm like, God damn.
But so far, I'm like, wow, she really. I mean, she's got her freshman glow up, so I'm ready for her sophomore slump to come in, for her to be activated and start to come.
But my thing is, she's just so like natural and effortless, like
stunning.
So stunning, and also like successful.
Yep.
Like really does actually have a good story. I'm sorry, like Donna Karen walking up to the fucking table in her fucking summer dress And it looks like she'd been at the pool and drinking fucking, White Claws all day. Donna Karen comes. That's the only time I've ever seen Kyle and Dorit. Well, we've seen Dorit starstruck over Jamie Lee Curtis, but Kyle was like,
we're on the same wavelength. I literally was about to say, well, Kyle's sitting there thinking, well, I brought Jamie Lee Curtis to the reunion. If you shut. That's what I was.
But it's just like Donna, just to show you that is who impacts it. I mean, Donna Karen is like, she's been in the world, fashion and like jewelry world forever.
I'm hoping the trip brings Kyle and Dorit back together. We know from the mid-season trailer that we're going to talk about that it doesn't last. But
even Andy, the way he talks about he said he's like it gets 10 times worse than it is, and Ben and Erica's right in the middle of it.
I know. Well, thank goodness she hasn't been doing anything the first 9 episodes.
So I know, but it's like Erica. Sometimes we need her a little rested because when she gets activated,
and also I was gonna touch on Erica's confessionals this season have been so funny.
Yes,
and I don't need her to be. Everyone's like she's boring. She has no storyline. I don't need her to be activated.
You can't be fucking hogging all the camera time every season.
Right.
It's an ensemble show. Everyone has their role, different roles, different years,
And everyone's like, she has all these lawsuits they're not talking about, and I don't want to hear about her lawsuits.
Who fucking cares?
Like, I don't care. That's something I don't want to talk about.
Like,
I just want to see her be funny.
I don't watch Law and Order.
Like her getting to Amanda's party, and she's like, why am I? Her, Kathy, and Bose were like, why the hell am I stuck at Kyle's old house at Amanda's manifestation party,
and they're in the Hamptons
with her money queen Matt, and they're in the Hamptons with Donna Karen.
Let me tell you what,
I died.
I suffer from FOMO so much. I don't like to not get invited to things. I don't like to think I'm not invited to things.
We know.
I would shut production down if I was at that fucking manifestation lunch with her little thought binders and thought journals and found out that these bitches had gone to the LAX private suites and been taken
having caviar before they get their private car to take them to first class.
And here I am over here saying, only reason I'm gonna get caviar is if I fucking speak it into existence.
Well, and the other girls are getting a goodie bag where they have to write in their manifestations and a cup and a signed copy of.
And all that, just more than anything, I'm in Amanda's house and they're in the Hamptons,
So it's like we're gonna send the 3 it girls, the future of Beverly Hills, to the Hamptons. And then you girls can fight it out with Amanda.
Are those 3 the ones on the title card for Peacock?
It's not. It is Kyle, Bose, and Dorit.
Oh, Rachel's not. Wow.
Rachel's not. I thought Rachel would be, but Rachel's not.
Interesting. Wow.
We're conspiracy theorists over here. So on Peacock, they have 3 main cast members of Housewives that they have on the little pick, when you pick the show. And we're always convinced that those 3 are like the safest.
Those are like the highest Q scores is what we think.
But even for the old school Roni, it's Raquel, Jenna Lyons, and Jessel. And Jessel's the only one coming back for Roni. So obviously we're not right about that.
Yeah, the Raquel, I can't explain that one. But Jenna is like Bravo shot all their shit for Jenna. Like they blew all their load for Jenna. I don't understand.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the Amanda of it all.
Yeah. So I had Crystal on last week too, and we talked about Amanda, and she was like, she says it's hard because she's like, she as a viewer in the context, she says she wants there to be something like, let's talk about something else, but she's also like, yes, of course she's fucking annoying, so she's like, I get where they're coming from, but she's also like, let's find something else to go at her for, I guess.
Right.
So what do you think?
So, well, first off, plugging Christian and Crystal's podcast episode. It was so good. A lot of juice. You guys really need. I mean, Crystal is an underrated housewife that just like Teddy, just like Eileen, they had 3 seasons, and I feel like if she would have come back, she would be a completely different wife.
They get a lot more respect after the fact. Like people realize after the fact their impact. Yeah.
Crystal's pod, the Cynthia Humble Brag, is so good.
I love
listen to it every
together.
Monday.
Yes.
And she's quite actually a Beverly Hills housewife. Like when all this mom drama happened with Hillary Duff, Crystal knows every single person in
Crystal
that
knows fucking everybody.
So to me, I think
kind of iconic, honestly.
I think Crystal probably just played it a little safe her first 3 seasons, and for good reason, because she is an actual real housewife
compared to these other bitches.
Exactly, so I get it, but she's underrated and she was great. So listen to that episode. But as far as Amanda, she's needed. I don't necessarily like her, but like, 1, what else would they be talking about?
I mean, she's ruffling the feathers.
And 2, she is giving them storyline on a platter to pick her apart. Yes. And it's almost like the more they do,
she's asking for it,
And I kind of start liking her. Like the more advanced her confessionals get, it's like the more she's into production, she gets more funny. And she to talk so much about wealth and money is giving Dana with the $25,000 sunglasses.
Yes.
But that is what makes Beverly Hills Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
And she's kind of giving me Monica a little bit from Salt Lake City. And I didn't necessarily love Monica, but I loved her for the show.
Yeah.
So I don't it's hard. She's just one of those, wives that I hope she gets a second season. I mean,
I think she will.
I think we still have the second half. But you see like Rachel Zoe on Watch Rama's Lab last night. She wouldn't even say anything about what she anticipates from from Amanda at the reunion. She's like giving her nothing. And I think Bose is giving her nothing. Dorit's giving her nothing.
Does she piss everyone off second half?
I'm pretty sure she pisses everybody off,
Wonder
except
if she does.
for Sutton and Kathy, I think. And I think she kind of
I feel like there's such a not weird, I don't mean to say that, a different energy about Sutton this season. Like, even in her confessional, she just seems...
defeated.
Even,
Well, her storyline this season is about changing her last name. They talked about it in this episode. Last season, it was about her getting a horse. I feel like since she's come on, it's all been about starting a business since her divorce. Like, it's all been kind of the same thing. And now that Garcelle's gone, she's having to kind of cozy up to the women. And I do like Sutton, but I wouldn't be surprised if this was her last season. Because, to have a storyline just changing her name from Strack to Brown, which I'm pretty certain she's not going to actually do. Like, let me know the day that it happens that her name is officially Sutton Brown, because I just don't see it.
Baby, I don't care. He can pick my last name for me if those alimony checks are what they were reported to be, $300,000 a month.
Yeah, and then for her to FaceTime her daughter and cry about changing the name, to me, I just kind of was
like, I get it, but it's like I get it. I get it. But and she's like the mom kid connection last name. I completely get it.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I'm not a mom,
parent,
so I don't
yes.
know. So
But I would imagine, wouldn't that be more of an emotional drive if that was something like, if your kids are like in school and you're having to sign them up and like names are different, and I don't know.
All her kids are older, going to college.
Like, you did a great job. You've done success. You raised your kids, and so who cares?
Well, maybe the name change.
Does she have
the option? Like, is she saying that they're gonna strip that name from her and it is gonna go back to Brown, or she has the choice to do that?
That part, actually, I don't know, because she makes it seem like she has the choice, but it's like, if the choice is that hard, then
if it was a choice, I keep Strack.
Oh my gosh!
So what did you think of the mid-season trailer? So it came on. We got to see it a few days sooner.
The mid-season trailer was good.
So good.
In a weird way, I feel like how we already mid-season, but I'm also like, it feels like it's been on a long time.
It came on the first week of December, so
fucking A.
Yeah.
God.
Yes.
And this shit will be on till fucking July probably. They're like no longer.
I think it'll go till like May, but I'm really excited. All the episodes that they showcased in the trailer, there seems to be something going on.
Yeah, Erica and Dorit and Kyle obviously like pops off in
Sutton's
Italy.
Popping back off on Dorit again, and more stuff with Amanda. And there's been rumors that Amanda quit or whatnot. She's there till the end. She's gonna be at the reunion, which films in about a month. So I'm really excited. I think this season of Beverly Hills is underrated. I think it's top shelf, and the ratings.
Yes.
The ratings are literally, it's back to being the number one.
We love ratings around here. We know that they apparently don't matter, but if they didn't matter, then they wouldn't be measured at all.
Yeah, people need to realize ratings are still important. Yes, people stream, but I think it has to do with
it's just a different level of
the
ratings.
Generation of who's watching it. Like OG Housewives, OC, Beverly Hills, Atlanta. Those are going to have the higher live ratings because it's people who still have cable, like my mom, your mom,
Totally.
My grandparents that have watched it from the beginning. And then Salt Lake City, who has half of those ratings basically, are the ones that perform well in streaming because it's a newer generation of Housewife fans that are coming
people that
in to
found
watch
about
it.
Housewives from Bermuda on TikTok and
Right,
shit
exactly.
like that. Yeah.
And they're not paying for cable, so they are going to stream it on Peacock every day. So
Hell, my ass about to start streaming on that. Cable is expensive.
But still, oh my gosh, YouTube TV is the way to go. I'm telling you, we'll talk about it after. But, live ratings are still very important. And for Bravo, if something in the live ratings is 0.4 or higher, then it's pretty much a guarantee that it's safe. Anything underneath that, you should be worried. Yep. So,
well, guess we'll see, next week if we still are dealing with Sutton Strack or if we're Sutton Brown by then. But
I'm really excited to see Dorit and Kyle hang out in the Hamptons. It looks like in the original trailer they had a good time.
Enjoy it before it goes bad.
I'm excited to see kind of if they keep coming for Amanda and sort of what her defense is. And, she's giving me a little bit, like I said, Monica, Brandy mixed together. She's very confident and full of herself.
Yeah.
And that is what makes a quintessential housewife.
It's true.
And the show desperately, desperately Beverly Hills needed it bad.
I agree.
They
Yeah.
really.
They needed that Brandy Glanville energy, and bless her heart, we know it ain't Brandy that they're going to be calling upon.
Oh, no. Poor Brandy.
Lordy. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us and hearing us recap our Beverly Hills biatches.
Yes, allegedly we're getting the Atlanta trailer next week.
Fuck,
so be
I
on the
hope.
lookout.
Yeah, hopefully we can talk about that. I'm ready.
And then Rhode Island, April 2nd.
And Portia says
It's Salt Lake
Atlanta
City
is like going to be iconic. I kind of feel like it. I feel like they've kept a lot under wraps.
I've heard from behind the scenes it's going to be insane.
Really? Fuck
yes.
Yeah. I just got chills, yes. All right, everybody, make sure you go get your merch at thewhoopitupshop.com. We'll be right back here next time. Same day, same week. Be sure you subscribe, follow, like, all that good stuff. And, send the OG of the OC some good vibes because she's out there filming with these bitches and we don't know what they're going to bring her. We love y'all. Pesos.